G'day, my name is King Angle Commander Black Dragon at your service, and welcome back to episode 11, back into the black. And we've got the Elite Dangerous Newsletter 141 to listen to today. I did miss out on the Elite Dangerous Newsletter 140. Now we're just going we've been to this nebula here, and we're on our way to Sagittarius A. So this nebula, from a distance and a certain angle, it looks like a pair of lungs. That's the only way to describe it. And you find quite a lot of neutron stars there. I didn't like them, but each to their own. They damaged my poor little ship too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump ahead and then put myself onto pause, and we'll listen to the Elite Dangerous Newsletter 141. Now, I do hope you like this video, so please subscribe.
Frameshift drive charging.
Welcome Commander Blackstar Lord to the Elite Dangerous Newsletter 141. War has broken out in Mukoji, with Imperial and Federation forces battling over military intelligence, whilst over in Pleiades sector WB-24, an Imperial interdictor looms over the wreckage of the infamous unknown ship. It's not all doom and gloom though. News of a growing colony in Nijak Station is spreading, and new paint jobs for the Federal assault ship. The Federation pilots delighted. As always, you can hear the latest news and updates directly from the development team on our forums, Twitter, Facebook, community homepage, and right here in the newsletter every week. And we're always eager to hear your feedback. Contents this week: Horizons highlights, vote on ship transfer, new assault ship paint jobs, Galnet focus, community goals update, Comms chatter, Horizons highlights. We're continually impressed by the screenshots and videos our community post on social media and our forums. Here are this week's highlights. The Colonia Nebula colonization has proved a success. Amid all the fighting in the galaxy, the Colonia hub in the Jix system opened its doors this week. Have you been to visit yet? Whilst creation happens in the Colonia hub, it's outright war in Mukoji. Space photojournalist Commander Scolios brings us news from the front lines. On his approach he was interdicted and checked before continuing to the Wart Zone. Federal Viper Scout checking my credentials. He let me go but warned me that capital ships would be approaching soon and to stay in the exclusion zone. Sure thing buddy, I'll stay far away from the most infamous and photogenic ships in the galaxy. Farragut battle cruiser getting warmed up. Imperial scouts probe the FNS Jayan's shields. The real battle is yet to start. I sat around waiting to see if there would be a challenger. Outskirt dogfight. As the battle cruiser prepares for assault, a frantic dogfight ensues on the outskirts of the battlefield. The battle begins as FNS Jayan comes under attack. FNS Jayan comes under heavy fire from smaller Imperial ships and responds in kind. The Empire arrives. Imperial Majestic Interdictor drops straight into the middle of the fights. The battle rages around them as the titans of the battle close into one another. The beasts lock horns. The battle rages on as the two battle cruisers exchange blows. Massive hull damage. Another shot of the two capital ships in combat. One last flyby. With things getting a bit hot for photography, one last shot of the gap is made before jumping to supercruise and away from the fray. Thanks, Commander Scolios. We wish you a safe journey home. Have your say on ship transfer. With Elite Dangerous 2.2 just around the corner, we're fine-tuning exciting new features in preparation for release. Ship and module transfer between starports is one of the most heavily discussed features coming to Update 2.2. We'd love to know how you in the community think it should work. The question is this: Would you rather have ships transfer instantly, or should they take some time to move across the galaxy? You have until Monday, September 12th to shape the next update, so get your vote in quick. Brand new paint jobs in store. Federation pilots will be delighted to hear that there's a brand new range of paint jobs now available for the Federal assault ship, just in time for the war ensuing in Mukoji. With 3 sets that have something for everyone, you can now customize your assault ship in military, tactical and vibrant variations. We're rather partial to the vibrant yellow. Let us know which one's your favorite. Galnet Focus. Welcome to our weekly roundup of news stories and events in the Elite Dangerous Galaxy. For much of the past week, the galactic community has been captivated by the mysterious shipwreck discovered in the Pleiades sector WB24 system. Given the magnitude of the discovery, it was only a matter of time before one of the superpowers took action. That action has come in the form of an Imperial deputation, which was dispatched to the system within the past 12 hours. Eyewitness reports indicate that a Majestic-class interdictor has taken up position directly over the shipwreck site. Security operatives in Mukoji have reported that the Empire and Federation have launched rival military operations in the system. Both superpowers have fleets stationed in Mukoji, and both have launched attacks against these convoys with the aim of securing valuable enemy intelligence. The Xuang Crimson Major Network has been authorized to coordinate the Imperial operation, while rival organization the Mukoji Resistance is directing the Federal campaign. Both factions have asked independent combat pilots for support, promising to reward those who come to their aid. The F Legion of LFD 133 has issued an appeal to the galactic community for help in compiling an order of gold. The organization has also placed a kill order on all wanted ships operating in the LFD 133 system to ensure that those delivering gold can do so safely. Pilots who deliver gold to Sullivan Dock, and who help neutralize the agitators operating in the LFD 133 system, will be rewarded. A spokesperson for the F Legion of LFD 133 has announced that its appeal for gold has been enthusiastically received by the galactic community, resulting in a massive influx of deliveries to Sullivan Dock, the organization's base of operations. The spokesperson also confirmed that the agitators disrupting operations in the region have been neutralized. Otto Granger, the smuggler who involved the galactic community in an elaborate search for the mysterious debris in the Pleiades Nebula, has demanded that he receive credit for the discovery. Commentators have been quick to point out that Granger's efforts to profit from the discovery, and his reluctance to share it with the galactic community in a spirit of altruism, are sufficient grounds to deny him credit. Thank you for listening to Elite Dangerous Newsletter 141.
Welcome back. Now that was interesting, that little bit of news. So who are you going to choose, the Empire or the Federation? I won't choose neither. Be independent or join the Alliance. It's going to be an interesting dilemma for some pilots. Now, I do like the concept of them bringing ships from one point to another point. Now, this, to me, I have no problem with. This is something I've been wanting in the game for a long time. Now, the only problem I do have is with the instantaneous thing. Unless they can say, well, excuse me, it's been 3D printed or something like that to classify the instant time that can take your ship to materialize at another station, like they've done with the pilot, with the new smaller ships that you can put into your little fighter craft. Unless they're saying that that's happening, there has to be some sort of time delay if your ship's going to be exported in some ways to where you are. Actually imported, really. Actually to where you are, I should say. That's how I look at it. what they need to do is do some sort of storage with goods as well. Because, okay, say you're getting engineer stuff, right?
Fuel scooping.
Materials-wise, it's fantastic. The only problem I see is that you can't store... Oh, hello. That's going to be a water world. Yeah, that'd be a water world. I don't think there's any Earth-like worlds here, but it might be terraformable world here. But the problem you do face is
fuel scooping complete.
You can't store items. Like you can, okay, the concept of storing your own ship items and stuff like that is not too. It's a good idea. Like you store your multi cannons or something like that, or your plasma accelerators, or your frag cannons, or your power plant, something like that. That's a good idea. But also you got to store goods, cargo. Now that could be bad and good. It depends on how much you're allowed to store. Because remember, some engineers still require physical those particular things like the alcohol and stuff like that, the brandies and all that. But to get all that, and you've got to carry it around with you, then you get interdicted by pirates because you have brandy on you or you have gold on you. You can't store it and then go to do a battle, like bring your battle, like summon one of your like your vulture or your third lance to a place, and then go into a CG and do a battle there. Those things, you've got to find a way. It's good that you can get the ship there. It might take 5 minutes or an hour, depends, or 100 minutes, depends on how far your ship is away. That, to me, is no problem. I don't mind the time delay on that one. But then you got the problem is, okay, you're in your ship that has cargo in it. How do you swap ships so that when now the ship doesn't have cargo? Do you have to sell all your cargo that you've collected and all that stuff? Because you want to just have a break from engineering and stuff like that, or a break from trading? Can you store a ship with cargo in it? That is what they need to nail down. Right, which I do find annoying. It's like you got limpets, right? You have to get rid of your limpets. You have to sell them, which you make a loss at, or you have to basically just shoot them out into space. And then you sort of like you've wasted that money buying limpets, say if you're on miner or something like that. Or even if you had a specialized ship that attacked other ships and you're a pirate in that ship. And your sole purpose was to basically just steal their cargo and that, and you still had some limpets on board, had a bit of illegal cargo on board that you haven't sold yet, or you've got to sell, a place where you can sell and get a bit more money from it. But you see a combat zone, you go, well, I'll take a break from just basically being pirating or mining or whatever, or trading, and I want to go into that conflict zone because I want to do Battle for the Walls of Jonai or something like that, or just for CG community goal. And you've got to then say, well, I've got to sell all this crap. I've got to get rid of the stuff in the black market. I've got to get rid of all my limpets to get the other ship. I can bring it to me. I can bring my say Corvette here, but then I've got to basically make sure it's got enough cargo space to hold the cargo I have. But then the problem is, you go into get scanned, you're always going to get attacked. Like if you go into the asteroid belts and stuff like that, you're trying to find. You just want to shoot some, get some bounties and stuff like that. But you scan them and they scan you and they start firing because you get limpets on you. Or if you've got cargo, one bit of gold on you, they'll fire upon you. So you want to find a way to store those items, right? Or even store the ship that has those items in it, so you can get another ship. Like you could technically have two ships that one is purely a combat Corvette, and the other one is say like a mission-based Corvette, right? Or even a miner. And you just want to, you've got them both in the same system, and you want to mix and match up what you want to do. You know, and you get sick and tired of mining, or get sick and tired of doing missions, and you don't have to worry about missions for a while, and you get your other Corvette, which is purely just a battleship. Like no cargo in, not even a Olympic controller in it. You know what I mean? Just it doesn't bother. It doesn't care about materials. Doesn't care about cargo. Nothing like that. Its pure sole purpose is destroy things with extreme prejudice. How do you store your minor Corvette / trader / mission Corvette, or whatever you want to call it, and all the goodies in it, and then grab the other one? You can't. So they've done it halfway. They've managed to summon your ships. No matter where you are in the galaxy, you can summon each one or whatever. I don't know how many you can summon, or how long or time it's going to take, or whatever, or if any cost is involved in that. That's irrelevant. The next question I have to ask is, can I put my big ass ship that has all this gold in it, I've been mining, or has all this illegal goods in it, or trade goods in it, or mission based goods in it, because you're trying to do stuff for the engineers, and put that in the leave that there, get my battleship, go out, kill a few things for a couple of hours, or how long you want to kill them for, and go back and get that particular ship. Now, they haven't solved that problem yet. Maybe they will solve that in the next update or the one after. I'm hoping they do. And yeah, we'll keep going from there. We'll keep thinking about these things and asking questions. Now we've got a couple more places here to explore. We'll have a quick look where we are and what planet we're exploring currently. It's going to be a landable moon. Okay, so let's click onto this one. So what do we got? First one is a high metal world. Another high metal world. That hasn't been explored yet. High metal world. This one's well. It's a high metal world, terraformable with a landable planet. Rocky world with little or no surface material content. It's just a rocky body, but it has materials here. But that's orbiting a terraformable world. We haven't scanned that yet. That one, or that one. So we'll continue on our scanning run. Let's keep scanning how closest each one is. Well, I do hope you like this little video with the newsletter as well. I want to try to get to that water world and see if it is actually a water world or another high metal content world. I think it is a water world. And also, there's one thing I want in this game, personally. I want the pirate paint job for all my spaceships. I don't care about any other thing. I would gladly pay easy $50 so I can actually get a paint job for every ship I own. Right? A pirate paint job. That's all I want. I don't want anything else. I don't want your fancy yellow ones or the black ones or plain white one. I just want the pirate paint job. I think it looks good. I've got it on my Pythons. I've got it on my Asp Explorer. I've got it on ships that I can get it onto, but I'd like to see it on the Cutter. I'd like to see it on the Imperial Courier. I'd like to see it on the Imperial Eagle, and I'd definitely love to see it on the Corvette. Now, that brings me to another beef I have with the particular Corvettes. A Corvette in nature is fast. It's super speed fast. It's like they don't go slow. Right? Without engineering, the Corvette isn't that fast of a ship. Alright, simple as that. It's not that fast at all. This one's going to be another metal-rich world, I'd say. Maybe terraformable, but I think that might be the only one. These ones could be terraformable, but yeah, I'm surprised that's landable. Yep, high metal content. Now, okay. We're going to go to this one. It looks like a water world, but it could be in a high metal content world. And that one there is definitely another high metal content world. We'll scan them anyway. Well, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that we need a paint job like the pirate paint job for every ship, or we need something else in the game that make the game better. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I said before that if we vote on the time-based thing, other than having it no time, right? It's good for people who have got a full-time job or something like that, or busy in their lives and only get a couple of hours, maybe 1 or 2 hours each night to play. Having no time for your ship to be there is brilliant, because that gives you more time to actually physically play the game. But then, of course, that takes out some of the realism factor of the game. It's really Space Simulator, it's not really real, more as concept, really, I'd call it. That brings that question into play. So, and that's for people who have got not much time to play. That's fair enough. But the people who've got a lot of time to play, right, would not really phase about 5 minutes or 100 minutes for a ship to be brought to them. So, for those players, there's no big deal. There's no skin off their nose, something. They don't lose time, because they can still do something else while the ship's been summoned to them and do that. I don't know if you can or not. That might be interesting. Let's have a look. Yep. Oh, it's a body for... Oh, wow. It's a water world, and it's a terraformable water world. Oh, that's nice. Wasn't expecting that, Moneypenny. But I will accept it. Let's have a close look at that one before we go further on. Just look at the map and look at her planets. So that is no big of a deal, that I'm trying to say there. So yeah, it's each to their own on that one. I personally think the time delay is a good idea, and the only way they could really justify it being instant if they could sort of grab your ship, put it into a big ass teleporter, and decontaminate, pull it apart and build it there like they do in Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, but make it bigger. But then, of course, I would throw in a curveball in there. You could have it so it could take, say, 10 or 5 minutes to build your ship out of 3D printing. But then the problem you face is you got a 3D printed ship, which is awesome. Let's have a quick look at this on the outside. You have your 3D printed ship, which is awesome. The Cyclone already there. And you can speed it up. And let's see if you speed it up and you go, okay, you'll have a percentage chance of something going wrong with your ship. Now that would be funny. My next thing I want to see in the game, as well as besides storing your own ship with cargo, is your own base. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to have trading. Some sort of trading would be nice on it, but a personalised base. Oh wow, that's cool. Let's have a quick look at that. Wrong button. Okay, we want to go over here. I think I saw something that looked interesting. Doesn't look like there's any land masses whatsoever. I thought there might have been, but you never know. Now let's have a look. That's what I want to see. Now I'd like to see more details on the planets. I'd like to see new things. Now to me, That's interesting. Does it look like there's a landmass down there? It's very hard to tell. Let's just try spinning it upside down so we're not going to go right back into that mode again. I don't really want to fall in the atmosphere in this thing. It's too hard to tell. Anyway, we'll continue on. We'll scan these last two and then we'll head off. And then we'll call it a day. But now, so we've discussed all that, but that's just my personal opinions on some of the things I'd like to see in the game. I was talking to some other people last night. Was it last night or a couple of nights ago? Can't remember. I was just having a chat to them, and some interesting concepts have come up to play. Like, I like how Elite's going to be bringing out new star things. Like, you can see better on the star. You could actually even have a spaceship that will fly into a star. You could have the new flares and all that on the star, and the more details they're going to give on the planets themselves, and make them a bit more sort of looking weird. Now, it's hard to explain. Okay, if you've seen Star Trek, right, you probably would know where I'm getting from. There is other races out there. Now, I don't know about an Elite universe. It's just us and the aliens and that's it. But I'd like to see, like, you know how you got the satellites from Earth and stuff like that. We can see those ones. We've travelled all around this galaxy. People travel to Shagay and beyond. There must be some rare planets out there that have some sort of life on them, like has cities on them, maybe pre-industrial or even industrial ages, or even our Pacific time and space at the present moment. Not in the Elite universe, but it's in say the real world universe, where we haven't yet established bases like on the Moon or on Mars. I would like to. Yeah, he made a very good point of saying they should bring that into the game. They should be rare though, super rare, and you should get lots of credits for exploring them. If you take it back to the right people and so forth, you can get your name on the planet. But then, of course, you can send out quests as part of, like in Star Trek. You know how they used to observe planets and civilizations and stuff like that. You could have specialized ships that will hide themselves from their technology, and you'll be able to explore and examine their technology and bring it back to them. And they found if the planet or that sector could be explored already. That is beside the point. The point making is that you then become not just the explorer, but you become like a person. I'm not quite sure what the word is for. Basically, you explore the past, or you explore the present, explore the past and stuff like that, like explore bones. But you're exploring civilizations. But you're not interfering with their technology. You may have to sit down there and listen and record their transmissions and try to work out their languages. Now, this could be introduced in the game, but very, very rare, very, very far away from known habitable space. I wouldn't put it in known habitable space because it would have been discovered by now. But I'd scatter it around the universe, and you might not, say, interfere or have any problems with that particular race of people. You might not be able to interact with those people. That's not what you're trying to do. What you're trying to do is trying to establish, find out who they are, where they came from, what type of civilization they have, languages they're speaking, and you bring that back to civilization, either Federation or Empire or Alliance, and they find out about a new civilization. They find out about, like this here, it's fun. Like, okay, we've discovered a water world that we can terraform. We've discovered another one we can terraform. But how about the Earth-like worlds? We need to find I think that just discovering them and terraforming them is not terraforming, but discovering them, saying, well, we can explore the base here is fine, but we need, I think, you add a bit more into it, like civilizations and stuff like that. Could be interesting. Right? You could even have eventually civilizations that are on the brink of communicating with the, like we are, we're about to go to space flight. That could be interesting as well, but that's neither here nor there on that one. I don't know how Elite wants to run that one in the future and how they want to follow that particular pathway. But I do like what he suggested, was to create civilizations out there that we can examine, we can explore, we can maybe not interact with, but we can just look at it and analyze their place and then sell the data to other people like the Federation or the Empire, and they can work out what to do with it. It's just like selling exploration data, but it's a hell of a lot more expensive. Right? And that could even potentially add another thing into the game itself, which would be good. And I know I would go out there exploring again after I get triple elite. I would go out and try to find some of these civilizations and report that what I've found and give them back to the people. But I do like the new concept, what they're doing with the artwork, with the planet things as well, and I do like the sun effects that they're going to introduce. But other than that, I think, as before, they really sit down and need to add some more stuff into the game like this. But my moon base is what I want. I don't care. I want that next. That and a pirate paint job and everything. Because I'd like to be able to sit down and say put a moon base somewhere. Yeah, I think you might have to put it in the local civilization because you need traffic and stuff like that. And just hiring only one. Yep, that's just a high terminal content world. I was hoping it might be terraformable, but well, can't win everything. Bookmark this system in a minute, and I'll head off. I think I want to bookmark this one so I can come back to it when I'm doing the video when I get Elite, and have that as part of it. But anyway, thank you for listening to my little video, my little rants, and also the Elite Dangerous Newsletter 141. My name is King Admiral Command Black Star Lord at your service, signing off. Thank you again for watching my videos, and all comments are welcome. And you all have a great day now.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.